Imagine this. You're standing at the edge of a quiet lake at sunrise, the mist rising off the water, and you cast your line with anticipation. Will you land a monster trout, or will you leave empty-handed? The difference often comes down to knowledge, not luck. Today, I'm breaking down the top 10 fishing things everyone needs to know. Whether you're just starting out or you've been fishing for years, these tips will change the way you fish forever. Your fishing gear is your toolkit, and just like a carpenter doesn't use one hammer for every job, an angler shouldn't rely on one setup. Spinning rods and reels are great for beginners because they're easy to cast and less likely to tangle. They're perfect for lighter lures, finesse fishing, and panfish. Bait casting reels, on the other hand, are the choice of many pros because they offer precision and power, ideal for heavy lures and bigger fish. Don't forget line types. Monofilament is stretchy and forgiving, fluorocarbon is nearly invisible in water, and braided line is super strong with zero stretch. Matching the right rod, reel, and line to your target species is the foundation of success. Think of it like this. You wouldn't take a steak knife to cut down a tree, right? Same principle. Use the right tool, and you'll not only catch more fish, but enjoy the process so much more. Here's the truth. Fish are picky eaters. One day they want worms, the next day only minnows. That's why every angler needs to understand bait. Live bait, worms, crickets, minnows, and leeches, is always effective because it's the real thing. But artificial lures are where fishing gets fun. Crankbaits mimic baitfish darting through the water, jigs bounce like wounded prey, and soft plastics can imitate anything from worms to crawfish. Color and size matter too. On bright days, use natural colors. On cloudy days or murky water, try something bold. Chartreuse, bright red, or neon orange. The secret is experimentation. If you're not getting bites, switch it up. Remember, what works at one lake may not work at another. Adaptability separates the average angler from the great one. Here's a hard truth. Most anglers lose fish not because of bad gear, but because of bad knots. Your knot is the only connection between you and the fish. The Palomar knot is strong and simple. The improved clinch knot is perfect for hooks, and the loop knot allows lures to move naturally. If you master just these three, you'll be ready for almost any situation. Practice tying knots at home with a piece of rope or old fishing line until you can do it with your eyes closed or even in the dark. Because sometimes, that's exactly how you'll have to tie one. At dusk, in the wind, with hands numb from cold water. Think of knot tying as fishing's version of sharpening your knife. It's basic, but it can make or break your success. Fish don't just swim aimlessly, they follow predictable patterns. Learn these, and you'll catch more consistently. Fish are cold-blooded, so water temperature directly affects their activity. Trout, for example, are most active in the 60-75 degrees Fahrenheit range. Below that, they slow down. Above that, they seek deeper, cooler water. Time of day matters, too. Early mornings and late evenings are prime feeding times, especially during summer. Midday, many fish retreat to shaded or deeper areas. Seasonal behavior is another big factor. In spring, many fish move shallow to spawn. In summer, they spread out. In fall, they feed heavily to prepare for winter. In winter, they slow down and often cluster in deeper water. Once you start thinking like a fish, your success rate skyrockets. Ask any experienced angler, and they'll tell you, weather changes everything. Cloudy days are often great for fishing because fish feel safer leaving cover. Bright sunny days can make them cautious, hiding in shadows or deeper waters. Wind pushes baitfish, and guess what? Game fish follow the buffet. Even barometric pressure plays a role. Falling pressure, often before a storm, makes fish feed aggressively. High, steady pressure, often under sunny skies, can shut down the bite. And don't forget water clarity. In clear water, subtle presentations and lighter line are key. In muddy water, fish rely on vibrations and smell more than sight. So use noisy lures or scented bait. If you learn to read the conditions like a weathered sailor, you'll always be one step ahead. You can't catch fish where they aren't. Location is half the battle. Look for structure, rocks, fallen trees, docks, weed lines, drop-offs. Fish use these areas as ambush points. In rivers, fish often hang behind rocks or logs where currents slow down, waiting for food to drift by. Electronics like fish finders can help, but even without them, observation is powerful. Notice where bait fish are jumping, birds are diving, or the water changes color. That's where predators are lurking. If you're fishing from shore, target shaded areas, overhanging trees, or points where the shoreline juts into the water. If you're in a boat, map out high-probability zones before you even cast. It's simple. Spend 80% of your time finding the fish and 20% catching them, not the other way around. Fishing teaches patience, but patience without strategy is just wasted time. Yes, sometimes you need to wait. But if you've been in one spot for 20-30 minutes with no action, it's time to change something. Switch your bait, alter your depth, or move locations. Think of fishing like problem solving. Every trip is a puzzle. What are the fish eating today? Where are they hiding? What presentation triggers them to bite? Some days it'll click instantly. Other days you'll struggle. But the anglers who adjust and adapt always outperform the ones who stubbornly stick to one method. So yes, be patient, but also be smart. Fishing isn't just about catching, it's about sustainability. That's why every angler needs to respect the rules. Each state or region has regulations for a reason. Size limits ensure young fish get the chance to grow and reproduce. Bag limits prevent overharvesting. Seasonal restrictions protect spawning fish. Before you head out, check local regulations. Many areas even require a fishing license, and fines for ignoring the rules can be steep. But beyond the legal side, it's about ethics. If you want your kids or your grandkids to enjoy the same thrill of catching fish, you need to fish responsibly today. Fishing isn't just a sport, it's stewardship. Fishing may feel peaceful, but it has risks. Never underestimate them. If you're boating, always wear a life jacket. Accidents happen fast. Protect yourself from the sun with sunscreen, hats, and polarized glasses. And always carry a first aid kit. Hooks and fingers are more common than you think. Be cautious on slippery rocks or when wading in rivers with strong currents. And if you're fishing remote areas, let someone know your location and when you plan to return. The goal is to come home with stories of fish, not accidents. Finally, the most important thing, respect nature. Take your trash with you. Nothing ruins a fishing spot like empty bottles, plastic wrappers, and discarded line. Handle fish gently, especially if you're practicing catch and release. Wet your hands before touching them, avoid squeezing, and return them quickly to the water. Remember, you're a guest in their world. The birds, the frogs, the fish, the insects, they're all part of the ecosystem. If we protect it, fishing will always be there for future generations. Fishing is about more than the catch. It's about connection, to nature, to the water, and to yourself. And there you have it, the top 10 fishing things everyone needs to know. Fishing isn't just about luck, it's about knowledge, patience, and respect. If you take these lessons to heart, you'll not only catch more fish, you'll also create memories that last a lifetime. Which of these tips do you swear by? Drop it in the comments, and if you found this helpful, hit that like button and subscribe for more fishing wisdom. Until next time, tight lines and happy fishing.